Hey guys, what's going on? Hippie here. So today I finally got my hands on an American Lock Series 3650. It is the kick cylinder type. So I was lucky enough to actually get a spare cylinder, but I really thought that this one was just like this one. But yeah, that's not the case. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a swap out with this guy and in the other cylinder, get it functioning, and then I will do a cut. And we'll go over to my pinning station, and we're going to repin this guy to match the new set of keys. So, just for time's sake, let's see if we can just do this really quick. Since it's a kick, I'm hoping it doesn't have like too many security pins. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. Get that out of the way. Hey, how to get the shackle pop on camera, right? All right, I'm gonna throw on some gloves really quick. Try not to do too much like pin work and digging inside of these things without gloves on, because I don't know what kind of situation I'm getting into whenever it comes to inside the lock. There we go. Set that guy there. Guess I could have cleaned up the workstation just a little bit before I started this, but okay. Slide that out. Okay, so there's the, see if I can zoom in with my gloves on. Nope, can't. Okay, so there's a piece that's inside right here. That's your like actuator for the kick cylinders. So this one right here is going to take the I think it's the Schleg style, where it's the turning back. Those things are really lubed up. Okay, so that's your part that just goes on top, like that. And then it just slides right in, right? Just like a normal padlock up there. But what this guy does is, it meets up with that pin right here on the back. And then that's how you have that actuator work inside the padlock. So this one, yeah, this one is the one that we need to repin. All right. Okay, so that one is the functioning one. Put that back on there. I guess we can go ahead and just do it like this. Okay, so that's open. Unlock this, get that guy like this. And then you want, whenever you're doing it, you go to reseat it. Sometimes you'll have, oh, here. Okay, so sometimes it'll want to like spring up just a little bit. All you have to do is just work your key until that part is flush. So just put your finger on that. Oh, now I'm the autofocus is locked. There we go. Try to work it. So just put your finger on top of that part right there. Grab the screw. I don't I don't think it's over. Yeah, we're good. And then give her a test. Good deal. Okay, so those are all figured out. Okay, so how many pins is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pins. Does it have it stamped? No, it doesn't have it stamped. All right, so I'm actually not going to show me repinning the plug because it's 6. It's not stamped on here on what the cuts are, so it might take a hot second for me to actually get everything figured out. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go get everything set up, and I'll just show you guys it. I might not be talking a whole lot, but I'll show you what I'm doing. All right, so I cheated just a little bit. I took the back piece off and the little spring retention pin that was in it as well. Took that out too, just to try to see if I could expedite it a little bit. Since I'm not going to be changing any of the driver pins. Oh, well, now I'm replacing everything. Well, that sucks. Ooh, there's wafers in there too. That tells me that this was supposed to be mastered to this key. Well, I'll see what I can do and I'll be right back. Alright, so that was a fun, interesting like 20-30 minutes. Luckily, none of the springs got damaged. I'm just going to end up running straight pins on the top and not do any of the wafers anymore. Just because it's going to simplify everything. I've got this in my plug tester. Seems to be pretty smooth. Throw this thing back in here. Give it a test. Alright. That test was successful. Spring. So that ended up turning into a nightmare. But, you know, sometimes you gotta have a little bit of struggle with it, I guess. I mean, I know you guys could hear it in my voice. I was not necessarily the happiest whenever it happened, but is it going to make this lock a little bit easier? Oh, just a little too tight. Is it going to make this lock a little bit easier now that it doesn't have wafers in it? Yeah, probably. It's definitely going to be easier to rake. See if I can just grab into this thing really quick now that that tail piece is on there. Well, maybe it's not going to really change. Oh, of course, now that's going to get jammed up. I think it's more so just because of the position that you have to have the rake in. Than anything else. Yeah, maybe it's not really going to change it. Maybe it was easier with the wafers. Because then you could just kind of figure that out. Figure out the shear lines a little different, I guess. Alright, anyways, give it another test. Doesn't seem to be hanging up or anything like that, so. Alright, back to the table. Alright, so, back back to the actual picking station. Anyways, I know this is going to be one of those longer videos again. Sorry, guys. But it, so this one's still going to have wafers in it, clearly, since I didn't gut that one and redo anything with it. So that one's still going to be that way. And then just to show that they actually, like, are both the same now, I guess. So that I didn't grab a different one or whatever. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Sorry for the fiasco in the middle of it, but hey, you got to see the Belmont and the Paladin mats from Lockjaw in both parts of this video. The Paladin definitely is my go-to when I'm doing pin work. It's got wider area right here, and I like how the pin tray is set up on the side on over here for whenever I'm gutting and taking everything apart. Definitely helped out having everything situated the way that I had to do it in order to find all the key pins, driver pins, wafers, and springs. So go check out Lockjaw. They got some great shit. Also, they are doing a live tonight, checking out some submission videos for the, oh god, which challenge was that? It was the Assassin. The Assassin is the challenge that's actively going right now. And yeah, okay guys, that's all I got for you. Catch you guys later. Bye.